Risk and security are absolutely related, but risks are broader than security because risks arise from any issue that will prevent an organisation or an individual achieving the goals they've set for themselves. But in security, you have a particular set of relationships. Those who constitute a security risk in the context of all the risks that might stop what you're trying to achieve, and you have specific mitigations that are aimed at reducing the probability of that, and those mitigations are clearly physical activity, personnel security practices, information communication technology security processes and practices. So when you look at the risk to an enterprise, the risk to a business process, you can actually say, if there is a human-initiated threat posing this risk, we can look at those things that will defeat or mitigate or reduce the impact of that threat. So I see there's an absolutely direct relationship between security and risk in the broadest sense.
Is there a difference between government attitudes towards risk and corporate attitude?
There is a difference. The government attitude toward risk obviously is one of continuity of operations, no different than private. But I think that as it relates to some of the resources we have in government, depending on which industry you're in, sometimes they're a little bit more robust and sometimes they're not. I think that private probably looks at a situation where they can't afford to ever be disrupted or their capacity decreased in any way. Government is a little bit maybe redundant and maybe a little bit more robust, and so although things happen, we know that eventually we'll get back up to speed and running and we can continue on.
Very much a broader context that you talk about security and risk now in some organisations. Others it's still relatively siloed, but I think in some organisations, and I see that happening more and more, is that it's becoming more and more as part of the one area, one department, and there's some cost savings and some efficiencies and some anti-duplication in doing so.
Risk comes in many different shapes and forms, but fundamentally, and particularly when we take a standards-based approach to our risk management, security should not be behaving any differently than other parts of the organisation. And again, that is my fundamental plank around ensuring that you are part of the organisation means that you are accountable in the same measures for financial outcomes, risk management, your customer satisfaction, your service delivery models. I would encourage security managers to absolutely align themselves with the risk approaches that their organisation takes.